on what happens to people that don't choose the right profession, the right career, the right job. And let me explain what I mean. Some people don't know it, and some people find out about it. I've happened to live through these experiences plenty of times, at least 10 times, at least. And some have ended good, some have ended bad. But I want to give you advice for you that are watching this, and maybe it's you watching this, maybe it happened to you already. But I want to give you this this information that will help you progress in life. So this is what a lot of people do, okay? For example, let's say you want to do some sort of thing, like let's say you want to be a videographer, for example. Okay, so you want to be a videographer, or you want to be a graphics designer, whatever. And here, let me add another one. You want to be a receptionist. All right, I gave you 3 examples. So what you got to do though is you have to first think about, is this something that I want to do for the rest of my life? Is this something that I want to do for the next 10 years, for the next 5 years, for the next 2 years, for the next 1 year? Is this something that I want to do for how long, right? So then look up this profession or this job or these roles that you're going to do. Look them up on Google. Put receptionist, average salary in California, average salary in Florida, average salary in whatever state you're in. Even city, put the city you're in. Okay, average salary. And you're going to find out, hey, off the top of my head, I'm not sure, but if you look up average salary for a videographer, it's going to be anywhere from like maybe 40 grand to 60 grand. You look up average salary for a receptionist, it's probably going to be 25 grand to 36 grand. I don't know. I'm just giving you guys some numbers just so you think about. So then what happens is now okay, well, this is what I can expect to earn, because what's going to happen is you're going to be working at this job and you're going to do it for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. And then you're going to be like, okay, well, I want to make more money. I want to make more money. This happens it's happened to me, and it happens to everybody. I want to make more money. Okay, so you want to make more money. So there's 2 ways to make more money. Number 1 way is you get a different position, so you got to leave your current position and you get a different position. Number 2 is you got to sell. You gotta sell. You gotta sell products that are more expensive, because you're not gonna be able to make any more money because you're capped. The market pays this much for this position, and the market pays this much for this position. So choose. You get a different type of position in the company, or you learn how to sell. And what I get is a lot of people are like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna sell all these packages. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make some sales. I'm gonna sell some driven tickets. I'm gonna sell all these products. I'm gonna sell this. And then people find out, oh, it's not that easy to sell. Sell requires you to do scary things. You gotta go talk to strangers, cold. You gotta meet people that are strangers. You gotta shake hands. You gotta smile. You gotta give compliments. You got to read the book, How to Win and Influence Friends. You got to improve your sales skills, okay? That's something you could work on, but people, they don't do that, okay? So that happens. Then what happens is maybe you're in a position where you're consuming a lot of content, okay? Maybe you're consuming a lot of content. You're editing content from this billionaire or millionaire or successful person. And then you hear all these ideas while you're going through the content, and you're like, man, you know what? Takeaway. So then you get all these ideas, and then you're like, you know what? I think I'm an entrepreneur. And you think you're an entrepreneur, but you're really not an entrepreneur. You're an intrapreneur. Intra, not entrepreneur. So you think you're an entrepreneur, and then you're confused. and you're not really an entrepreneur. You're an intrapreneur. And I have another video on this, and if you guys want to know more about this, I can explain it in the comments, or maybe do another video. But so you're an intrapreneur. You're not an entrepreneur. So then you find out, you're like, okay, well, I got all these ideas, so you know what, I'm gonna leave this, and I believe that I can do it on my own. I'm gonna go start my own business. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go get this license, and I'm gonna, and then what happens is you realize, oh shit, now I have to sell, because now I don't get a steady paycheck. Now I gotta go out there and I gotta sell, and if I don't sell, I don't get any money. I don't make any money. I can't feed my family. I can't pay the bills. I can't pay my girlfriend. I can't pay my wife. I can't pay my husband. So you start thinking about all this. Oh shit, now I gotta sell. So what happens is now you are forced to sell, because if you don't sell, you can't eat. So now you're forced to sell. Now you have no choice. Now you remember, wait, but my prior boss told me I gotta sell if I want to make more money. Now I'm on my own, but now I gotta sell anyways. Now I have no choice but to sell. So then you realize, oh shit, now I gotta sell. And then you realize, oh, now because I started my business, now I gotta come up with money to fund the business. And then you go through ups and downs. So then, oh man, I don't have any clients. Something happened with the market. We're going into a recession. People are not buying my product. I got to create more products. I got to do other things. So then you start realizing, oh shit, the life of an entrepreneur is not what I thought. Being solo, being pumping my chest and being like, hey, you know what? It's my company. It's my business. I'm the CEO. I'm the founder. Now it becomes like, oh shit, what did I get myself into? Like I don't got any sales skills. So look, let me tell you how you can fix this. And this is just coming from my heart. I just want to give you advice. I want to help you. And hopefully you listen and this helps you, okay? So number one, why don't you ask your company, do you guys give equity? Oh, yeah, they do give equity. Wait, but for equity, I'm just an employee. Like, I'm not gonna get equity, right? Equity is only for the salespeople or for the higher level C executives. No, okay, like, some companies, like our companies, we give equity to people that earn it, but equity takes a lot more than just being with the company for 5 years or 4 years or 10 years or whatever. Equity has a lot of other things, a lot of other factors that come into place. So there's a lot of other things, okay? And a lot of it starts with the core values. Are you ethical? Are you loyal? Do you work hard? Do you have a great attitude? Do you have integrity? Are you a team player? Do you take care of your family? Overall, you have good ethics. You've been here for a while. You contribute revenue to the company. Do you promote? Do you recruit? Are you all in? So a lot of other things come into place. You get equity of a company. Now you are an intrapreneur that are working inside a company that was founded by the entrepreneur. Remember, the entrepreneur is the founder, the one that put in all the money, took all the risks, took all the lawsuits, all the compliance, all the problems, all the fines, everything that happens to the company. The founder, the entrepreneur, is going to deal with all that, and they're going to take care of all those bullets. So nothing wrong with either or. Remember, Microsoft, Bill Gates was the founder. He was the entrepreneur, but Steve Ballmer was the intrapreneur. He was the 7th highest paid person in Microsoft, and they're worth just about the same. They're both worth about 100 billion. Billion with a B. Billion. 100 billion each. And one of them was an entrepreneur, and they were the 7th highest. He was the 7th highest in the company. So that's number one. Number two, work on your sales skills. Sales are skills. Skills you could improve. Skills you could develop. You could get on my Driven Academy. That's a virtual training system, and you could learn how to sell. Okay? You could read How to Win and Influence Friends. Learn how to sell. And that's all you got to do. And you become a confused entrepreneur to becoming an intrapreneur that works within the company that gets equity. Like one of my examples, Steph Tobar. You guys know her, right? She's my right hand. She's my executive assistant, and she's an owner. Okay, she has equity. Not only that, she's one of the highest paid individuals in all of our companies. So all our companies that we have, Driven, I lost count, Ambiance, TMG, Conquer Escrow, like there's just so many, right? She's one of the highest paid people in the companies. And what did she do? She developed her skills to sell. And she got ownership. So now what happens? Instead of you trying to go do your own little company that you might go out of business or change your mind, oh man, you know what? Never mind. I'm going to go back to work for somebody else. You could have been owner of $1 billion company, of a multi-billion dollar company, of $1 trillion company. Who knows? But hey guys, you know, all this, I do it because I care, because I want to help. And I'm not doing this to put anybody down, or I'm not talking about anybody in specific. This is general advice so that you that are watching this, if the shoe fits you, wear it, learn from it, and go execute. Love you guys. Wake up.